So I just need to know from all the MAGAs out there, do you guys, like, you don't care about federal aid for students? You don't care about college? Like, you really don't care if the kids can apply to go to college? Like, if student aid is being taken, if the Department of Education is being shut down, then what happens to FAFSA? Like, what happens to the website for all of the students to go and apply for student aid? You guys really don't care about that? Like, you really, like, don't give a shit about that? Because we have kids graduating in, like, 3 months. They are applying for college right now. Like, what is wrong with you people? Like, these kids are 18. Like, what am I supposed to tell my son? Like, sorry, babe. Sorry, babe, half the country voted to make it so you can't go to college. Like, what the fuck? So I just need to know.
There's so many issues with this video. There's so many problems with this video and the message. First off, it's highly inaccurate. I don't know where she's getting her information from. This is the type of emotional derangement that you see often on social media. People like this. People like her. Spreading BS information. And you'll have, and she has a strong following on TikTok, as you can see. And you'll have a lot of people that will believe her. And those that know the truth may not have the will or the care to comment and say, no, you're wrong. That's not what it's all about. Just because he signed the order, it doesn't mean that it's effective immediately as of today or as of yesterday when he signed the order. It's not what it means. But people like her are reckless and they're lazy with doing research. If I had a strong following, right, I'm going to make sure that if I'm going to come out here and say something, it's got to be where you can fact check it and you can go somewhere. A simple Google check would allow you to say, well, you know what, Rad, you're wrong. But she's wrong. She's absolutely wrong. A simple Google check will tell you the key provisions of the executive order, right? There's 4 of them. Delegation of authority to states and local entities. I did a video a couple days ago basically laying it out, right? How I disagreed with the fact that he would want to send it to the states. I think he should send it to the parents, but they're choosing to send it to the states because the Board of Education has been reckless since the 70s, since the inception. Now, when the states had it prior and they thought that maybe the federal government handing it over to the Board of Education, Department of Education rather, that they would do a better job, they didn't. Schools got worse. More kids failed. There's a lot of kids that can't read, do basic math. They can play video games, but they can't read. So the order emphasizes returning control over educational policies and decisions making to state governments and local school towards reducing federal oversight. So they just want to reduce the federal oversight. It's not their responsibility. It should be the state's responsibility. That's what they're saying. But number 2, the reduction of federal workforce. In line with the order, the Department of Education has initiated significant staff reductions, ensuing reduction in force. Notices to over 1,000 employees that will obviously be fired. Continuation of essential programs. This is where she's 1,000% wrong. I don't know what she's talking about. Like, what are you talking about? Despite the move to dismantle the department, the order ensures that critical functions such as federal student loans, Pell Grants, and support for children with special needs will continue under alternative administrative structures. It's clear. Anybody can Google this. It takes a second. And then last but not least, the legislative collaboration, because it takes an act of Congress to make this bill pass. She's not, maybe she's just doing it for clickbait. You know, I think that's exactly what it is. The crocodile tears, you know, maybe she pulled out a bunch of nose hairs. Or maybe that bull ring is making her cry because it's squeezing the shit out of the inside of her nostrils. I don't know. But the administration acknowledges that fully dissolving the DOE requires legislative action and has expressed intentions to work with Congress to achieve the goal. So they still have to vote on it. So yeah, I know the Republicans control the House and the Senate, right? I understand that, and there's a strong possibility that it's going to pass. I get it. I think they need 60 votes to make it pass, and they got it. But everything she's saying is wrong. Now, what bothers me is that these women, and there's some men out there that are so hyper emotional, that have children, and this is how they display themselves on social media. This is how their sons are growing up to be so feminine and emotional. This is what they see. They see their mother acting like this. And so right away, they get very angry as if someone's doing some sort of undue harm to their mom. And they grow up and they become angry and mad at the world and whatever. I don't know. Anyhow, what say you guys? You agree, disagree? A lot of you are uninformed. So many of you are uninformed. I will say this. If you're going to comment, please keep it related to the video. Keep it related, specifically related to the subject. I'm not here to try to educate you guys on politics. I don't care what Trump is doing in the past or in the future or what he has. That's not what the video is about. I'm not trying to have a long-winded conversation with you guys on this platform. You want to comment? Fine. Do as you wish. But keep it narrowly and specifically related to the content. With that, I'll see you on the next one.